Hey friends, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Chewing up the last of my Red Hots. Me too. Open up my little iPad here. Sometimes when I've been gone so long, it makes me log in and all the things. Nope. It's gonna recognize me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We'll see if I can see the... I moved my chalk back over here because I wanted more room for stuff back here. I'm on early. And the reason is I want to watch The Voice tonight. That's the one show that I love to watch, and it's on Monday nights. So I've got several projects I'm going to work on. And this one is, these were freebies. If you spent a certain amount of money with Chalkateur, you got these free. So I was trying to decide if I wanted to chalk them and then paint them and then re-chalk them, or how I was going to do it. And then I chalked this one and realized that the bow was what they colored in, and the nose. So then I thought, well, dang it, I should not have done that. I think this one will be fine this way, but I'm going to redo this one. So if you're catching me on the live, you're going to see that red live right up there. And if you don't see the red live, then you're on the replay. And if you would hashtag replay, I would appreciate it. No kidding, Holly. I'm going to do these little freebies. I got a couple different things we're going to do tonight. Just because, you guys, Easter's like Sunday, and I still have a pile of stuff back here to do that I wanted to get done that I never got done. Story of my life. So it'll go in a tote till next year. And then you try to remember it, and you know, half the time you don't. So I need, I'm going to do the color Fresh, I think, for this little sheep's bow. And then I need pink, so I'll do peony for the nose and the mouth, and then the rest will be black, I think. But my thought is, so we'll see how this works. We'll just see. How am I going to stay away from this? Because I did the other side in all black. And I thought, well, that isn't going to work because the bow tie is blue. But I'm going to go ahead and try to do it. I haven't seen you guys in a week. I was in St. Louis all last week. I had a great time, though. I don't get to see those little girls very much. And then, you guys, I came home to a husband that was not doing very well. He went to the doctor today. So he had it like right across his knuckles. It was swollen up terrible. And and there was like a little red spot right there. So I thought it looked like he'd been bitten by a spider or something. And I said to him, did you stick your hand? We own a furniture store and a funeral home. And I said, did you stick your hand in a dark spot? Hi. thank you, Beverly. Because I thought maybe a recluse or something got him. You know, it's just something that would cause him some grief. He goes, no, I didn't. And I'm like, well, what the heck? And then his neck, you know, he was like, couldn't turn his head, and his neck was like goofy. So I was like, well, what in the heck? So I told him he better get his butt to, and he's supposed to go for a colonoscopy. He was supposed to start the prep tomorrow. I called and postponed it. I'm like, we're not, first of all, the week of Easter is not a good week to be doing that. I got things I need to get done. My family's coming. I got to clean my house. I got bedding to change. Hi, Anita. I got things to do, so I have no time to be dealing with a colonoscopy this week. And it wouldn't be me, but it'd be him, you know, and I have to drive him and sit there and wait. And it would have been in Lincoln, which is 100 miles from us. Because the guy that I went to, or the lady that did me years ago, actually the first guy that did me years ago, I didn't know it, you guys. They didn't get all the way through me. And then a couple years later, I go back to another surgeon, and she said, did we tell you that we didn't get all the way through you? And I go, no. Oh, you guys, that turned out cute. Look at that. That's adorable. So I'm just doing these because I have them, and I want to just get them done before Easter, and maybe I'll set them on my buffet for when my kids all show up. So Grandma needs to go out and get Easter stuff because I was gone last week. So then we have the chick. You guys, I think I'm just going to paint the chick yellow and the beak orange and her wings yellow. And I'm going to leave the egg white. So I think we'll wait on that one. So we got that one. And then we have this little bunny. And it's just like the bunny eyes and nose. So I think I'll do the flowers in a color. You know I love this taffy. So I'm going to do taffy. So anyway, I did have a great time. They're always on the move though, you guys. These guys, this family that my son and his wife, they are always on the move. So we went to the zoo one day, we went to a movie one day, we went to the science center one day, we went to Graham's farm one day. I mean to tell you, we were moving around. And Mama was gone because her dad was in the hospital, that was not planned, of course. And so she had to leave, but she was glad I was there because I could help with the girls. But I'm just going to do this one purple. Actually, it's shimmer violet. I don't even really know what's flowers here and what's not flowers. We're just going to roll with it. Should probably pick that up. Yep. And then we'll do green on the, I'm just going to give this a spray. It just looks like it might need a little help from a friend. So we're going to do, we'll do a pink nose. And then, you guys, every single time I go live, my nose starts running. I don't get it. We'll do the little nose pink. So these were a freebie. If you spent, I don't know, you guys, I don't remember. I think it was, I don't know, I'm guessing $65 maybe or something like that. You got these free. So I was all over that. Gotta love free. Thing is, you gotta do them. You know. If you know, you know. My trouble is I get stuff and then I don't do it. I'm going to do this green. I'm not sure it's supposed to be green, but I'm going to do it green. I'm going to do that little thing green too. We'll see what happens. Then there's one more little flower down there. And it's tiny. Tiny, tiny. I'm going to do Tide. And it's not going to take much. We'll lift all that up so it doesn't, and then we'll do the other in black. That looks like it could use some help too. So today I did cut out, and I'm going to do that tonight. Hi Lori, I'm good. How are you? Yeah, it was a long week, you guys. It was a long week to be without you. I think that's still good. Oh, you know what? There's a flower there. I missed it. I was just going to do the black and try to get back for that. We had a great time. But man, I hate that drive. Oh. You know what I listened to though? I listened to audibles, and I listened to Priscilla Presley's book. I can't remember what it's called. Something Softly as I Leave You, or Softly. Oh my God, you guys, that was a good book, a good audio book. And I got the whole thing as I was like coming down the home stretch here. I was in the epilogue. So it was awesome. I love to listen to audibles like that when I'm in my car and by myself. And sometimes I take them. Hi, Chris. Sometimes I take them with me when I go flying. But my husband's always talking to me, so I can't ever listen. I'm like, stop talking to me. I want to listen to my book. I don't want to listen to you. Oh, that's cute too. So they're just like little that's a little bunny's a half bunny, half face peeking over something. So I will wash these, and they're, you guys, I can reuse them. I can trace these, and we should put a bow on that. We can pink the ears. I've also got, and we're going to do them, these eggs that our kit that was available. I don't know, I don't even know if it still is, but we are going to do those. But I do want to do this yellow in this. So I think, let me look at this. Ooh, that's like neon. Wonder about Struggle Bus. I've got so much crap here. I think I like that one better. Hi, Carly. Oh, this is new. How are you, girly? So the drive home is 8 hours. I'm almost set. I'm 68. I'm 69. I keep thinking I'm 68, but I'm 69. So I keep thinking one of these times, and actually after I had my heart surgery, my son was like, Mom, we'll just fly you down. And I'm like, I don't think so. And he's like, well, he goes, it'd only take like, an hour or something. I go, I know, but it takes me 3 hours to drive to the airport. Then I have to store my car or else have my other son keep it and pick me up and all that crap. And mess around in the terminal and then pray for online flights and all that business. And I just was like, I'll just drive. And it's like $100 in gas, whereas it would be, I don't even know what to fly. So I drove it. But I told my daughter-in-law, I said, there's going to come a time when I'm not going to be able to do it. She goes, I know. Right now, I'm fine. I get a little anxiety when I go through Kansas City. Like I have to take some deep breaths. Because I do get a little anxiety when I'm going through Kansas City. And I don't know why. Because we have taken different routes, my son and I have. And one day I said to him, I'm like, you know what? I go, I think if you got on 81, which is the highway that goes from the north, or the north, from the north of the United States or the south to the opposite. So you can go from one end clear to the other on that highway. So I said, I think if you got on 81, I think I'm just going to not worry about painting over this, and I'll just stick the transfer back down. It's kind of giving me anxiety. So that's what we do. We get on Interstate 70 and we go all the way to 81, and I turn on 81 and go home. So it works out. And I left early Sunday morning, 6:30. You guys, the semi-drivers were all in the places sleeping. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Because I-70 is massed with semis. They are nuts. But the weather was good. My husband was not good, but he makes it. He doesn't love it, but he makes it. My husband is the old school. He doesn't cook. He kind of sort of knows how to do laundry, sort of half-assed. My mom would always say, if you're going to half-ass it, don't do it. Well, he sort of does it that way. I told him one day, I go, you don't have to put a whole lot of cream rinse, of like Downy in there. Just be reasonable. Well, I don't put that in there. I'm like, oh, really? Because I'm pretty sure that last time I went, he like drained me. But I'm like, okay, that's good then. Don't put it in there. So we survived. But I missed you guys. And I missed creating. And I'm tired. I came out here today and was plugging away, and I just kind of hit a wall at about 4 o'clock and thought, okay, I'm good. I'm going in. Then my dog, I took her potty outside, and I'm thinking, man, my legs just feel weak. I'm a wimp. But just tired from all the driving yesterday, I think. This is hot. So I'm just going to set this back over the top, line it up, and re-chalk. And we should be pretty darn good. And then, you know what? I think I have a pink bow. What am I looking? Oh, I'm like, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a squeegee. What am I looking for? Oh, I didn't paint the nose, but I'll do that. We can do it when we get done. The beak. The beak. So I cut out a really pretty, I should show it to you. It's Jesus. It's the tomb. It's beautiful. So I cut that out today. Oh yeah, that turned out adorbs. I'm going to do the beak. Isn't that cute? These would be cute on a tiered tray. That's about the size they are. I'm going to just set this over here. Get it out of my face. And I'm going to do the beak. I'm going to do that, I think, in papaya, maybe. Or maybe orange peel. And I'm not going to go back over it, so I'm going to try and get it the best I can. Yeah, so the colonoscopy that was planned for Wednesday is now on the 29th. So we're way out, and I'm glad. That's cute, you guys. Let me see if my pink bow is too big. It might be. It was a little bit wider. I bought this ribbon at the Dollar Tree or Dollar, I think the Dollar Tree. And it's a little bit wider than, I think I would like it to be this width, but it's this width. Try to bring it in a little bit and see if we can make it look sort of good. I think that'll be all right, you guys. I want to pink the ears a little bit. I'm just going to use chalks. Chalks are kind of my, this one looks like it's stiff as a board. Don't need much, just enough to. So I went down to our Dollar General today, you guys. And our Dollar General in my little town is renovating. And so they have marked a lot, not everything, but a lot of stuff down. And when I say down, they really have marked it down. They marked, I went in there and they had my creamer, which I buy the, oh my gosh, you guys, which one is it? It's not the store brand. It's a popular brand. I usually get caramel macchiato, but they had French vanilla, and they're $4, and they were 70% off. So I paid 30 cents for 4 times 3, $1.20 for those. And then I was like, then I kind of started looking around, and I'm like, holy mackerel! They had shredded cheese in the 2-cup bags, and their prices were not high, you know, they didn't jack them up or anything. And I bought probably 6 bags of that. I bought they had Nestle's Crunch ice cream bars, They're like $5 or something, and I got those for 30 cents, 3 times 5, $1.50. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I was like, there is that one. Are those not the cutest little things, you guys? Seriously? Aren't they adorable? I love them. I can't believe I didn't do them any sooner. I'll move this other transfer over. So I got those cuties are going to set on my tiered tray. And then we've got these eggs. I'd like to get painted and get them out of here. So these are eggs that were sold by Chalk Couture. So I did not cut these out. And so what colors do we want them to be? I'm thinking here's a sage. I like that one. These are chalk paints from Country Chic. So we're going to base coat them, and then we're going to put a transfer on them. They are MDF. They're a different MDF than I use. I did print out a page today from ChatGPT about how to set up a Shopify page. So I'm going to be trying to do that so I can get my kits up there for sale. I have everybody ask me if I sell my kits, and I say yes, but then they don't order. And I think they would order if they could go to a site and order. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And you guys, I'm so not techie. Oh my gosh. I'm so not techie. I'm terrible. Terrible, terrible. Wondering if this is enough different. I think that is enough of a different color. Hi, Doodle. How are you? That's Denise. So I think I'll do the big one in that. I like that color. I've always leaned towards teals. Probably more the teal blue than the teal green, but I like teals. Back in the day, when I had my flower shop, and everything was mauve and blue, mauves and blues, and peach and teal. I was all over that peach and teal. I am pretty darn good, Denise. Thank you. Tired. My drive was a long drive yesterday. Kind of wore me out today. Yesterday I was kind of good, but today my butt's kind of dragging. I don't know if you're on like adrenaline thing. Well, there's Caffany. How are you, Caffany? New grandma. How stinking exciting is that? Grandkids are way better than your own kids. Just saying. Just saying. You don't have all the crap that you had with your own kids when you have grandkids. You get to have the fun. All the fun. It's awesome. Thanks for sprinkling, Kathany. So what should I do the other one? The little one should probably be, these are going to need 2 coats, you guys. They're going to need 2 coats. Make sure I pick up the right brush. We were up to 88 today, you guys. Whew. That was pretty dang hot. And we tomorrow are not that high. We're like in the, I think we dropped 40 degrees. I think we're in the 50s tomorrow. And then we have a chance of rain. Oh my gosh, we need rain so bad. So, Kathany, I have not seen your baby. Is it a boy or a girl? And what's the name? And what's the stats? How much weight and how long? And what's the name? Spill your guts, girl. Spill your guts. Oop. Got screwed up on that one, you guys. Dry in one hand and paint in the other hand. And then we'll find some cute transfers to put on them. I think I'm all done having grandbabies. I think they're, and I'm fine. I'm fine with that. My youngest has 2 boys, and the little boy, our youngest will be, or had turned a year on will turn a year on January 1. Or did he turn a year on January 1? Jeez, you guys. Isn't that terrible? I can't remember. Let's see. I don't think they've had a first birthday party, so I think he'll turn 1 on January 1. He was born, he was one of the first babies born, but he was not the first baby born. He was like the second or something, second or third. I think the second. So no, nothing for them and their baby. I don't know what you get when you get the first baby of the year, but they should give you free delivery or something. So I got home today or yesterday, and my husband was in pain and agony. I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. And I know I told you guys his hand was swelled up, and he can't move his neck. And the first thing I said to him was, "Is it the gout?" And he goes, "Why would I have the gout?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Why does anybody have the gout?" And he goes to the doctor today, and he comes home and he goes, "It's gout." I'm like, "Did they take blood?" He goes, "Well, yeah. They take blood every time I walk in the door. It's like automatic before you do anything. They draw blood." I'm like, okay. So hopefully, they gave him prednisone. And he took one before he went to bed. I'm like, that's probably not a good idea. He goes, well, I don't sleep very good anyway. I go, well, they always told me to take prednisone right away in the morning. They tell him to take it 2 times a day, so. It's only 10 milligrams, so. Prednisone, the cure-all for everything. So I cut a piano. Thanks, Denise. I do too. I think I want to do this one pink. I cut out a piano and I painted it. And I have to glue all the pieces together. And that's what we're going to do after this. And then we're going to put a transfer on that. So I think it's going to be a 3 for tonight. Because I've missed you guys. I haven't crafted. Haven't crafted for a while. Looks like you had a great vacation, Denise, or weekend. That looked fun. You guys all live over in the south and the east. I was telling my son, I go, I've realized that I do not like extremes. Extreme heat or extreme cold. He goes, well, then you need to live in North Carolina. And I said, yeah, but that's extremely far away from my children, so I can't do that either. He just laughs. But there's a lot of girls at craft that live in North Carolina and South Carolina and Kentucky, and them girls are all over there. I think I already put 2 coats, didn't I? I think I did. Okay, I'm just going to let it go. Gets too hot, it dries too quick. You starts looking yucky. Okay, good enough for that one, front and back. You know, this, I think this one's good enough too. I think I'm good with that. So now I need to find a color for this, and it's not going to be a chalk paint, I don't think. Because I don't, see how I opened that one up, you guys? That's how you need to open them. Keep some, I think Denise showed me that, actually. Pretty sure. Pretty sure I got that on Denise's page. So I don't have any pink. I thought, oh, I do too. What's this one? Let me see what this looks like. Here we go. Let me grab my X-Acto knife over here. Let's see what this looks like. It's probably totally going to need to be shook. It absolutely is. I don't know if it's too dark or not. It might be. It'll be all right, you guys, because these are kind of muted colors. I'm going to take that off of there. That'll be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I think a bright pink would have looked funny with this. Hey, Tyler. Well, hi, Mary. How are you? We did these cute little things too. Little bunny. I keep looking at my computer. A little bunny, a little chick, and a little lamb. Those would go great on a tiered tray. And these are Chalk Couture, available through Chalk Couture. They are wood kits that Chalk Couture sold, not me. Not that I couldn't. I couldn't until they do not have them anymore. When they run out, then we can sell them. This is pretty color. It's kind of a mauve. Called Pink Sky. And it's a Waverly chalk paint. And these two were Country Chic. This eggshell, and this is called Bliss, and this one's called Sage. And these are done. So we can chalk on the back of those. I feel like that one wasn't quite dry, but I guess it is. Hi, Linda. Thank you. This is a pretty color. Flip that over and get the back side. These will also go on my tiered tray. I don't really do many spring shows. I was asked to do one this last weekend, and I totally would have done her show because she advertises and she's got a good show. I think that her show I probably would have done okay. I don't think I'd kill it, but I think I'd do okay. And because I just don't think at that time of the year, and I don't know, you guys, I don't know if people decorate like we used to decorate. I'm getting less and less because I'm lazy, because I don't get it out. But I used to decorate a lot. Every holiday in my house was decorated, but my mom's was. You know, when Easter came, she had Easter decorations. When St. Patrick's came, she had St. Patrick's out. It was always, we always had some little decor out for every holiday. Might not be a lot, but it'd be something. And I used to decorate a lot. Still do at Christmas, but I don't so much on the other holidays. So I didn't do any spring shows this year. They usually don't do great for me. And we were gone this weekend, so I didn't get to do her show. She was bummed about it because she loves my stuff and she wanted me there. She actually lives in Sutton, which is a town that's about 50 miles from here probably. And she asked me to be in her show. And I believe I paid for it in the whole 9 yards. And then I ended up in open heart surgery. So I ended up having to cancel. And then she caught me after that. And so then I did her next one. And then she was so kind. She was like, well, when did you cancel? Maybe I owe you some money. I'm like, you know, at that point, I'm like, listen. I go, if you did, it doesn't matter. So I'm good. Now in the fall, I do amazing. But you guys, I'm selling Christmas ornaments and all the things. So, and people have a tendency to decorate for that. Or they give those as gifts. And that's awesome. All right. So now we got to find a couple transfers to put on these. I'm just getting the crud that's out of the middle because I feel like I'm going to have issues with sliding them in together, which I still might. So in this little transfer kit, with these three, was those three, and then there was also this. So I think I want to use this on one, but I want it to fit the egg. So maybe it's going to be this one. I think it's going to be this one. So do we just want to do sage green and what, you guys? Sage green and what? An ivory? Or like a dune? Or gold? Maybe we should do gold. Hi, Tracy. I think we're going to do gold. We're going to do nominee. So here's the thing, though, you guys. This is going to have to go on here 4 times because I got 4 sides. So I'm going to fuzz this because I just painted this. I'm kind of excited to do that piano, but maybe I should wait to do that tomorrow. I'm going to line that up on the bottom so then I'll have it kind of, sort of. We're going to try gold. Oh, good for you, Tracy. Good for you. Get her rolling, sister. I moved mine right here. It's right beside me now. I had it up here. Then I took it away, and then I brought in this big cupboard behind me. Then I moved it back there, and then I decided I wanted more display room back there. Thing is, you guys, I make all this stuff, and then I gotta have somewhere to go with it. If I ever get rid of my bisque that's in my garage, God, that'll be a wonderful day. That will be a wonderful day. Oh my gosh, you guys. I thought I had a spot that I missed, but it's on the transfer that way. Holy moly, that's cool. Okay, I'm going to line up the bottom. Oh my gosh. That is so flippin' pretty. That nominee is... Do you have a laser, Tracy? If I sell my wood cutout crafts. Oh, you mean after you paint them? Because I was thinking you were kind of wanting to get a laser. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. Trying to get the crud off. Set it down again. Hopefully it's still going to go through. Oh, I don't know anything about those. Do they cut wood good? I was thinking they cut material really good. Yeah, the ones that don't go all the way across, those are the ones, that's just how they are. So that's kind of cool. I suppose those are a pretty decent price, aren't they? I saw one of my fellow chalk couture girls had a glowforge in the back of her shop, and I thought to myself, man, I wonder how long that thing's going to last. Everybody I know has had them for like 4 years and then they crap out. That is annoying, if you ask me. When you paid that kind of money. Oh my gosh, that's, holy cow, that's awesome. That's like free. Man, I just paid $1,500 for that tube on mine that went out. And I sort of thought I was going to die when I did it. I'm like, oh my Lord. That was just too much. Too much. Talk about anxiety. Now I'm to the point where every time, I mean, seriously, I have PTSD from my laser not working. And, should we try it? I wonder if it's dry yet, though. I forget which side it is. Every time you turn on your laser, you get scared to death that it's not going to start or it's not going to work right. Man, that slides down hard. Like, am I sliding the right side? Let's see. Yeah? Why isn't it going any further? Oh my gosh. I want to pull it out. Gonna wait though. Gonna wait till it dries because I think it's not quite dry. Okay, so I have my, let me look here. I have my Valentine, spring, Easter. Let's see what I got back here. I've got these. Like, these are from different other times, you know. So I'm gonna do those. Let's see. Let's just see. We got that big one, and then we got the little one. We're gonna do that piano tomorrow night, you guys. When I get done with this, we'll be done. I also have these. Snoopy and Charlie Brown and Happy Easter. And I just need to chalk the back of these in something. and glue those on. They're all ready to go. Okay, so I got to find something big enough for this. And then the little ones down there. So let's see what we can find. Hopefully something. I bet not though. But you know what? You could center it and you could center it and it could have like a border, right? I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's see. I did cut the Charlie Brown ones. I sure did. That's the hardest part for me is picking color, you guys. I'm going to go with that. So this one is going to be like almost all this color because of all the open screen. So you'll see here what I mean. Sometimes it's hard to picture it until you do it. I have all the Easter Charlie Brown files, Tracy. I could have done yellow. That would have been pretty too. And you know what? You could probably do like opposite. So like this side could be the purple and this side could be yellow, and you could do it however you want. Better get my egg going the right way. Too much on this side. And then that dang seam down the middle leaves paste. I like that color though. That is pretty. Better not be drying that out. Yeah, that pink color is pretty. I think I might just do like an ivory on that one. Doesn't take any time for chalk paste to dry. It's crazy how quick it dries. Okay, let's turn that baby over. Okay. And this color is called Berry. Oh, and we got our nails done too, our toenails. And actually, my color is this color. But on their color chart, it was lavender, or it was a purple. It was in their purples. And I went with gel this time on my toes. Do you guys ever do gel? I don't usually do gel because it's more expensive. This time I thought, you know what, I'm going with gel. And I think I'm fine that I did. So I think it'll last longer. They tell me it'll last longer, but they might be trying to make me feel better. Spending another $10 on the nail polish. But here's the deal, you guys. I had tennis shoes, and I thought, oh my Lord, I'm going to have to sit and wait for my nails to dry. If I get gel, they're going to be dry right away. So that pretty much cinched that pretty much was my decision. I went for a long time where I never got pedicures. That one didn't come through as well as the other one because I think it's getting dry on the screen. And you can kind of tell as you go. But I'm going to, I don't even care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Okay, so those sides are done. Let me wipe off this. And get it on our... Now I know that these will fit these for sure. And this will definitely fit this. Hi Jennifer, how are you? So I'm just going to put that on there. And let's do yellow for this one, Tracy. Let's do, where's my struggle bus? Let's do struggle bus. That's just really a nice rich yellow. Oop, I think I see an air bubble. So this is going to be all yellow except for where the flowers are. Yeah, I'm going to work on trying to get me an Etsy shop going. Or I had an Etsy shop, but when my laser broke down, I shut it down. And I wasn't getting a bunch of orders anyway, so it didn't, I mean, I had a few, but I didn't have a bunch. But I was scared to death that somebody was going to go in there and want to order when I didn't have, when I didn't have my laser. It scared me to death. Oh, I forgot to fuzz this. That turned out pretty dang cute. So I shut that shop down. And I could reopen it and I could go that way, but they never let you post pictures. You have to post your own pictures. And Shopify will let you post. Like, we can use pictures from where I buy my files as long as I watermark them. And you can't do that on Etsy. And sometimes it's hard to get every single thing painted, you know? It really is. This is so cute. This is going to be so cute. I haven't had these open for a week, you guys. Ugh. Oh, my Lanta. Nope. Oh my gosh, you guys, it took the needle right out of the end of the thing. Okay, I give. I give. I'm going to set that. I'm going to grab my other glue. Hold, please. Holy mackerel. I've never had that happen. I have this little one. Works way better. I'll probably end up dumping that one into this one. So I'm just going to glue on my little Charlie Brown and my little Snoopy right in the middle. And glue Happy Easter on top and on bottom. I wondered about whatnot. I've heard different things though, Jennifer. I've heard people say that selling their made crafts don't sell as well on that. You mean like sell my kits? I never thought about that, I guess. I never thought about that. There's that one. Is that not the cutest thinking thing? This just has a glob of paste in there. Yeah, you know, I never thought about that. Maybe I should think about that. It'd be really nice if I could pay for my laser with selling kits. My laser's paid for, but you know what I mean. You get my drift. You guys, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. It's like, what the heck? I wonder if they're so tight because I painted them. I think I'm going to have to tap them with a hammer, you guys. I do. I think I'm going to have to tap them with a hammer. Okay. Let's do these little cuties. Get off there. Get off there. Do we want that one? Or do we want the one with little flowers on it? You guys decide. Which way do you want to go? Either one would be adorbs. And I think I'm just going to go with like vanilla. Yeah, I think it's because they're paste too. They got thick. I'm just going to tap them down with a little hammer. Because I think taking them back apart would probably cause me grief. Okay, we have the Snoopy one too. One more Snoopy one. Should we do this on the Snoopy one? The herringbone on the pink? Okay. Let's do that. I'll try to get them apart and sand them maybe. Never thought about that. Makes sense though. totally makes sense. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That is a great choice. I think I'm going to go this way because I don't think it's really going to make any difference. Maybe I can kind of get it in the spot where that is. Because that always leaves a glob of paste. Holy mackerel, that is so cool. Very cool. Love that one a lot. Today I think I boiled 5 dozen eggs for my grandkids to decorate this weekend. So I have brown eggs, and then I bought white eggs. So my brown eggs are I've boiled every white egg that I have in the house. I think I have 5 dozen. And I'll have 6 grandkids here, but the one's so little, he's not gonna. So we always have a big old plan of, I did have an Etsy, Tracy, for my cutouts, but I closed it down when my laser crapped out on me. I haven't reopened it back up again. I keep thinking I might want to do Shopify, but I'm dumb. I'm a dummy. I'm a tech dummy. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I asked GPT today how to set up a Shopify page, and I printed it out, so I'm going to try. Once I get it, if someone was here to show me, I would totally get it. But because I have to figure it out on my own, I suck at that. Just going to say, I totally suck at that. Nope, that last one didn't go so pretty. But that's all right. I'm all right with that. It can be in the back where nobody sees it. Because I sell mine cheaper than most people do. I'm not in it to make a killing, but I would like to make, I'd like to make some money on it. I'd like to prove my husband wrong, if you get my drift. I think he thinks my ideas are harebrained, but whatever. So I'm going to do this last one on this Snoopy. And what color do I want that to be? You all know how I love that taffy. Oops, I want that to go down a little bit more. There we go. What color? Shimmer Orchid. Maybe try that one. Let me see what it looks like. Maybe not. Nope, I'm not going to mess with it. It's a good way to get rid of them, you guys. Sincerely yours. My gosh. I need to do better. I think I can add water to that one. You know, some colors you just don't use. You don't use them that often. So then you go to get them and they're crappy. This one says shimmer sky full of stars. But that's awful dark. That's awful dark. Okay, now what? I don't want that. I'm looking at my pastes of the month. How about, what was that blue that we had? I love that one blue. It was eggshell, I think. Here it is. Let's do that one. Let's do eggshell. Oh boy, that one's hard too. Holy crap. Not too hard, but too hard. Not too hard, but too hard. Wonder if the shimmer is that way. I might look at that one. When you go to stir that up, you guys, it gets kind of snotty and it slimes all over the place and it just doesn't. I'll work on that one. Let me see about this one. This looks beautiful. Oh yeah. We're going to go with that. That is going to be pretty. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. What the heck did I do? Oh, here. Right in front of my face. All right, man, I'm going to have transfers to clean tonight, aren't I? They're small, though. Holy cow, we're at 8:26. Whew. So much for getting in and getting out early, huh? All right, you guys. So I'm going to sand these. I will try to put them together. I'm going to glue Charlie Brown onto this one and Snoopy. And then I'll take a picture for you. I appreciate you guys all so much for coming in and sharing me and hanging out. I've missed you. You have a great rest of your day. I hope you're back tomorrow night, as far as I know. As far as I know, there should not be a problem. I'm going to glue Charlie Brown on here. He's so cute. And the happy on top and Easter on the bottom. So there is that one. Isn't that cute? They're so adorable. And they go in stands, you guys. They both go in stands. I have them over here. They're ready to go. So when they're dry, I'll take a picture. You guys have a good rest of your night. I will see you next time. I appreciate you guys all so much. Thanks for hopping in and hanging out for a while, for a long while. We'll see you later, guys. Thanks.